Good morning, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome on this grey November Monday, when we will be hearing from no fewer than 7 prominent specialists about what I can best encapsulate with the title, The Confluence of Art and Science. The catalyst for this symposium is Jacob van der Beugel's exhibition, A Mutating Story, which can be seen in our museum until the 7th of February, and which I sincerely hope you will have the opportunity to visit. And it looks like we may be able to open our doors coming Thursday. The first slide, please. Let me briefly tell you something about our museum, the venue where you would normally have come to attend this symposium. Museum Beelden Aan Zee, Sculptures by the Sea, is designed by the well-known Dutch architect Wim Quist, is located right beside the North Sea, and was founded in 1994 by the collectors couple Theo and Lida Scholte. In their museum, they housed a collection of modern international sculpture that they have been accumulating since 1969. Next slide, please. The museum building is situated under and either side of the pavilion. You see it on the left on top. The pavilion King William built for his consort in 1828. On the right you see our outdoor sculpture garden done by the American sculptor Tom Otternes. Next slide, please. Characteristic features of Beelden Aan Zee are its grand halls, the sequence of indoor and outdoor spaces, and beautiful streams of light, bringing with them the sparkle of the sea. Also praiseworthy is the museum's raw, natural concrete. And I want to tell our colleagues in Delft that we once even received the concrete prize, which we are very proud of. The museum's raw, natural concrete and the anchor points incorporate in the walls that together determine the shell of Beelden Aan Zee. Next slide, please. Our museum organizes 10 exhibitions a year that attract around 100,000 visitors. It is worth mentioning the exhibition Against Nature on the left, about the hybrid in modern sculpture, which we organized in 2008 in collaboration with the Henry Moore Institute in Leeds and the Gerhard Marx House in Bremen. The Henry Moore Foundation, sponsor of today's symposium, for which we are very grateful, was an important partner even then. Next slide, please. Since 2004, the museum has expanded with the addition of a research institute, the Sculptuur Institute, that initiates, conducts, and publishes research through a yearbook and a series of monographs. In 2012, the Sculptuur Institute established a chair at Leiden University. Next slide, please. The starting point of the museum's collection was the human image, and now it also concerns the human conditions. And we see some highlights from the collection from left to right. It's all post-war. It's Manzou, Karel Appel, Jurgen Balkenhol, and an early Tony Craig. Next slide, please. From left to right, Joni Schonibare, Berlinde de Bruikere, the Chapman brothers, and Mark Quinn. Seen in that light, it is not surprising that we have warmly welcomed Jacob's mutation series of human cell development in concrete and ceramics, because his abstractions bubble with zest for life and even strive for immortality. Which museum would not want to contribute to this? Next slide, please. I think on the left you see one of our depots. On the right you see the series, the gallery Jacob made for Chatworth House with the DNA of the Devonshire family. I think it's a great honor that we as a museum responsible for hundreds of bronze, stone and wooden human figures are today allowed to bridge the gap between visual art and science, or at least be the stage for an exchange of ideas that would not have taken place if one artist had not retired to his studio for 18 months to dedicate himself with the devotion of a monk to the making of 4 monumental reliefs and as many pillars. I thank Jacob for his confidence in our museum and his exemplary cooperation. I thank the speakers in advance for their contributions today and also those who have contributed to the forthcoming publication. I would like to thank Robert Zwijnenberg for his willingness to replace me as the closer of today's proceedings. And finally, I would like to thank Leana Julian for her inspired, unwavering enthusiasm for this project, her considerable expertise and professionalism. Leana is guest curator of the exhibition A Mutating Story, and today she acts on behalf of the museum as moderator of this symposium, which she has managed to nurture and navigate through all the storms of the past Corona year. Before giving the floor to Leana, I would like to wish you a fruitful and inspiring symposium. Thank you very much for your attention. Leana.